cool thing about WordPress is that it keeps a separation between what is the visual side and what is the content side. Therefore, you can easily change the way your website looks and feels at any time without affecting the actual content. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at just that, how to modify the appearance by changing the themes and modifying those themes, as well as managing those themes. Let's take a look at the appearance section in your dashboard. Click on Themes. At the time of this video, we're using WordPress 3.8.1. And this version of WordPress comes pre-installed with the 2012, 2013, and 2014 themes. At this time, if we click on Visit Site, we'll be able to see what our website looks like. Let's go ahead and go back. Let's take a look at the 2013 theme. We can choose to live preview it, which will give us a general idea of what it might look like. Let's hit cancel. Or we can activate it. So this is how our website looks now. Let's take a look at the older 2012 theme. Let's just activate it. Now let's go back to our website and click the refresh button. And this is what we have so far. The cool thing about WordPress is that it is a community-driven platform. This means that developers and designers are constantly working, collaborating, and essentially donating their time and skills to create new themes, plugins, and bits of functionality to the software itself, and for the most part, all these things are free. Let's take a look at the Add New button, which will connect us to a sort of app store, if you will, for themes. You can select based on the colors that you're looking for. Let's say we want something that uses the color blue with gray and maybe purple. Also, let's take a look at some of the features. Maybe we want something that I don't know, allows more theme options. Or how about something that's translation ready for something that uses different languages, and something that contains a right sidebar. Let's see if any of that already exists by clicking the Find Themes button. As you can see, based on our search criteria, we did get quite a bit of results. We can preview any of these themes by clicking the preview link, which will give us a general idea of what our website would look like if we were to use this theme. Every theme has a certain rating that's provided by the various users. The higher the rating, the much better the compatibility and the satisfaction that the users have received by using such a theme. If you like a certain theme, you click the Install button. If you don't like it, you can just close it and go back to your theme listings. Let's take a look at this ZBizCard theme. Do a quick preview. Okay, and that's kind of how this theme would look like. Let's take a look at one more. Let's run a general search without any criteria. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the featured ones. Featured themes are generally the most popularly used at this point. This will kind of give you an idea what people are using the most. This 16 theme, for example, let's preview it. It's actually a very nice looking theme. If we like it, we can just click the Install button, which puts it on our dashboard. Now we have the option to live preview, activate, or return to the theme installer. For the time being, I'm going to go ahead and return to the theme installer. Next, we go to the newest option. This will kind of give you an idea of the latest themes that have been submitted by the community. Once again, if you see a theme that is interesting to you, feel free to install it right away or preview it. You can also get a little bit more details about the theme. Let's go ahead and preview this one. this is actually not a bad looking theme. This would make a very decent website. Let's go ahead and click the install button. Now keep in mind that installing a theme does not necessarily make it active. If we go to our website, it's still using the same theme that we activated last. In this case, it was the 2012 theme. So now let's go to our themes area again. You can see that we have 2 new themes installed. Let's go ahead and activate the 16 theme. Once a theme has been activated, it'll be moved to the first position. If we go back to our website, click the refresh button, you can see that our website has completely changed. So now let's activate the sun rain theme and refresh our website. So now our website looks like this. It's important to note also that every theme has its own set of functions and options and different things that you can modify. So, different developers create themes based on their own needs or based on what they want out of it. And there's no consistent approach as far as the functionality that needs to be in a theme or how you handle it. Some themes will have slideshows, some will have galleries, some will have 3 columns, and depending on what they put into it, that's what you can do with it. For example, if we go to our appearance section, you'll notice that we have sun rain options. These are options that are specific to this sun rain theme. If I click on it, you can see that I have the option to use the responsive layout. This is probably a good thing if you're looking to target mobile devices. You have the option to not show any post or page in the front page. Maybe you just want to have the slideshow in the main, columns that it displays. Let's see, here is this is a great theme. Let's change that. Front page heading number 1 description. Let's see, it's amazing, blah blah blah, we are awesome. And the heading 1 for the button text, which I'm assuming it's this. Let's change that to welcome. The URL, you can put a link there. And these are options that are specific to this theme. These are for the different columns that it's using in the front page, all these things right here. I have the option to change these pictures, change the title, the description that's being talked about, all that stuff. Click the save options and refresh our page or our website, and you can see that the heading has changed. This is a great theme, we are awesome, and the button has changed to welcome. By the same token, I can change the different pictures that are used in the slideshow, the links, colors, all that stuff. Now let's take a look at the new custom theme, the 16 one. Let's activate it. Let's click this customize button right here. Now clicking on this customize button will take you to the WordPress customization panel. There's a big difference between this, because if you'll notice, the 16 settings, these are the options that are specific to this theme. And this is what we modified earlier in the other one. This particular theme has the option to give you the sidebar on the left or the right hand side. It allows you to add some custom CSS code to it. It allows you to add copyright text to this. Let's see, save the options. Allows us to modify the different slider. Image 1, the title of the image, description for that slide. Then you have image 2, the title for that, description for that. and so on, all the way up to slider image number 5. For social settings, we have the ability to add our Facebook, Twitter, Google+, blah blah blah, and additional upgrade and support options if you're looking to get apparently a commercial version of this theme. So every theme has its own set of custom options. So this is always going to be different, and it's always going to be specific to that theme. Just because I add 5 slides to this theme doesn't mean that those 5 slides are going to be added to the other theme if I decide to change it. So let's now take a look at the the customization option, which is what happens with that button. So here we'll just change the site title to BookTube. How about we change the tagline to something like, "Welcome newbies." Okay. Now we'll modify the colors a little bit. The header text color, white looks good to me. What about a background color? I'm assuming it's this. Let's change it. Something like that. How about a background image? We can upload one if we want. I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. And we can choose whether we want a static front page or the posts. We're going to go ahead and leave this alone. Just hit save and publish, and we'll close it. Various themes also come with their own set of widgets. If we click on the widgets section, you can see that based on the theme that you're using, you have different areas to place widgets. So this one has a footer area 2, 3, and 4. It has a secondary sidebar and a primary sidebar. You can put any kind of widgets on these things here. Let's refresh our page, our website. Let's go to a sample page. Here we have our right sidebar, which is this one. There's your search widget, which is this right here. Recent posts widget, which is this. If we don't want any of that, all we have to do is drag it out of the way. If you place it in the inactive widgets section, all the settings are going to be retained. If you ever want to use it, you don't have to reconfigure these widgets ever again. So I'm going to leave the search feature intact. I'm going to leave the category away, but I'm going to place maybe my pages option and a calendar. Let's do the WordPress calendar. Let's call it event. Well, this is not an events calendar, so this is more of a posts calendar. Hit save. Save. Close all this out and go back to our page. Refresh. And here we have our search, our pages widget, and our latest posts. Since we only have one page on our website, I only have one page in my pages menu. Now if we go to themes again and we change our theme, refresh that page, notice that here we have the search, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and meta. So those widgets did not carry across, and that's because different themes again have different ways of doing things. So we'll go back to the widgets section. You can see that this particular theme has a primary sidebar, a footer for a left-hand footer, a center, and a right footer. We're going to go ahead and just basically get rid of the recent posts, get rid of recent comments, get rid of archives, categories, meta. Let's put just a basic text widget here. We'll give it a title, Hello World. This is a cool test. You can pretty much type whatever code or text you want on a custom text widget. Hit save, minimize that. Let's put our pages widget on there. Let's call that one menu. sort by page title, hit save, and let's take a look at our page. So even though the page itself is the same, some of the custom things like the widgets and sidebars and stuff, those will change based on the theme and the settings for that theme. So keep that in mind. Lastly, if you want to get a little bit more high-end, you can always click the editor option, and you can go in here and manually modify a lot of the things that comprise your template. For example, my custom 404 template. If you know a little bit about HTML, or even if you don't, you can copy this into any HTML editor and edit it visually. So you can have a custom 404 page. If you want to modify the footer, let's say you want to add something else to your footer, like let's see here, the footer container. Let's place it right here. Hello world. Update file. So this would be a direct edit job of the theme itself. We'll go to footer. There it is. Hello world. So, use your own creative judgment if you're going to be manipulating this. It's very easy to damage your theme if you don't know what you're doing. So try to do everything visually first, and if you are a little bit more advanced and if you're comfortable with editing code, you're more than welcome to edit every aspect of your theme from the editing section. Let's go back to the themes area. If you don't like a specific theme, you no longer have any use for it, you can click on it to launch the details panel, and you can just click the delete button. This will delete it from your website altogether. So here I'm going to delete this 2012 one as well. Click the delete button, and now that one is gone. I can also add a new theme by clicking on this giant add theme button, which takes me back to the install themes section, where I can look for additional themes. For example, something that makes use of the WordPress system. And here we are with a listing of WordPress themes, where if you're looking to create your own Facebook social media network using WordPress, you can do that using that plugin and maybe a combination of one of these themes. Now there are also a variety of websites dedicated to providing commercial themes for your website. So if you don't find anything in the theme repository for WordPress, if you're not happy with this, or if you're looking for something a little bit more custom, then maybe look into one of the commercial options. But you literally have thousands of themes available for free, and the sky is the limit. I would suggest starting with one of these first. Find something that you like that's a little bit more geared to what you are doing, the website that you're doing. This is a nice one right here. 5 stars. Very nice, clean, professional looking. And use that as a starting point. If at that point you still want something a little bit more custom, a little bit, something that you can't find in the theme repository, then I would suggest going with one of the commercially available themes. And once you get a theme that you downloaded from a commercial website or from a third-party source that is not the WordPress repository, you can upload your zip file using this option. You click browse, you look for the theme, and you click the install button. It's as easy as that. So hopefully this video gives you a very good understanding of how to work with themes, how to manage themes, how to install new themes, and it puts you one step closer into building that website that you've always wanted to build.